One unanswered call changed everything. It was a Tuesday. Just a regular, forgettable Tuesday. I was drowning in deadlines, the kind that make you forget to eat, forget to breathe. My phone buzzed on the corner of my desk, screen lighting up with my dad's name. I glanced at it, saw the time, and thought, I'll call him back. Just 5 more minutes. Premeditated myself. 5 minutes to finish this email, to cross one more thing off my endless to-do list. The phone went silent. I went back to work, the call already fading from my mind. Just another minor interruption in a busy day. Little did I know, that was the last time he would ever call me. 5 minutes turned into an hour. The email was sent. The task was done. I finally picked up my phone, ready to call him back. Maybe complain about my boss, ask him what he was having for dinner, the usual stuff. But before I could dial, another call came through. This time, it was my mom. Her voice was a sound I had never heard before, a fractured, hollow whisper that sent a jolt of ice through my veins. There'd been an accident, a heart attack. Sudden, massive, and final. He was gone. The world just stopped. The air in my lungs turned to stone. All I could see was his name on my screen an hour ago. All I could hear was the silence where his voice should have been. I'll call him back. The 5 stupidest, most regrettable words I've ever thought. I was so busy building a life, so focused on the future, that I missed the most important part of the present. I missed my chance to say goodbye, to say, I love you one last time. The days that followed were a blur of sympathetic faces and hushed condolences. Everyone said the same things. It wasn't your fault. You couldn't have known. And they were right, logically. But logic has no place in the landscape of grief. My mind became a relentless replay machine, stuck on a loop of that single missed call. What if I had answered? Would hearing my voice have made a difference? Could I have told him something was wrong? Could I have called for help sooner? These questions were a poison, seeping into every waking moment and haunting my dreams. I became obsessed with my phone, my new toy. Every buzz, every ring, sent a fresh wave of panic through me. I answered every call, no matter who it was, no matter what I was doing. A telemarketer. I'd listened to their whole pitch, a wrong number. I'd politely explain their mistake. I couldn't bear the thought of missing another call. Any call. It was an irrational penance, a desperate attempt to atone for a mistake that couldn't be undone. My work, once the center of my universe, became meaningless. The deadlines I had chased so frantically now seemed absurd. What was the point of any of it? I had traded a final conversation with my father for an email that no one would remember a week later. The promotion I was working towards, the success I craved, it all felt like a hollow victory. I had climbed a ladder only to find it was leaning against the wrong wall. Grief is a strange and solitary journey. People try to help, but they can only stand on the shore while you're lost in the storm. My friends would tell me, your dad would want you to be happy. He wouldn't want you to live like this. And again, I knew they were right. My dad was the most life-loving person I knew. He was the one who taught me to find joy in small things, to not sweat the small stuff. And here I was, drowning in the what-ifs, letting his memory be defined by a single moment of absence instead of a lifetime of presence. The turning point didn't come with a flash of lightning or a dramatic epiphany. It was quieter. One evening, I was going through his things, a painful but necessary task. I found his old phone. Out of curiosity, turned it on. I scrolled through his call log, and my heart stopped. In the last week of his life, he had called me 17 times. 17. And next to almost every single one was a missed call icon. I had been so busy, so self-important, that I had missed almost every attempt he made to connect with me. But then, I opened his messages, and there they were. After every missed call, a text, just calling to say, "Hi son, hope you're having a good day. Saw a funny dog on my walk. Reminded me of Buster. Don't work too hard. Love you." He never sounded annoyed. Never complained that I didn't pick up. He just left these little breadcrumbs of love, these small, persistent reminders that he was thinking of me. It was like he was speaking to me from across the void. In that moment, The mountain of guilt I had been carrying began to crumble. My regret wasn't just about that final, fatal missed call. It was about all of them. It was about a pattern of prioritizing the urgent over the important. I hadn't just missed his last call. I had been missing his presence in my life, little by little, day by day. And I realized he wouldn't want me to torture myself. He would want me to learn from it. His final, unanswered call wasn't a condemnation. It was a lesson. The most profound and painful lesson of my life. The lesson is this: the people you love are not items on a to-do list. They are not tasks to be scheduled or postponed. They are the entire point. The emails can wait. The deadlines can be pushed. The world will not stop turning if you take 5 minutes to answer the phone and say, "Hi. I was just thinking about you too." I started to change. I still work hard, but my priorities are different. I leave work at a reasonable hour. When my mom calls, I drop everything to answer. I reach out to my friends, not when I have time, but because I want to make time. I've learned to be present. That missed call didn't just change my life by taking my father away. It changed it by giving me a new perspective. It forced me to reevaluate what success and happiness truly mean. It's not about never missing a call again. It's about making sure the people you love know they are your priority, not an interruption. It's about picking up the phone to make a call, not just answer one. It's about closing the laptop and having a real conversation. That one unanswered call cost me a goodbye, but the lesson it taught me has given me a lifetime of hellos. I now live my life in a way I know would make him proud. I find joy in the small moments he always talked about, and every now and then, when my phone rings and I see a loved one's name, I smile, I answer, and I'm grateful for the chance. Because you never know which call will be the last. Don't wait to find out. Make that call. Answer that call. The time is always now. Thanks for listening.